In what was the lowest-scoring game in the 2018 Honda PBA Commissioners' Cup so far, GlobalPort Batang Pier defeated the Meralco Bolts 86-85 Friday afternoon at the Smart-Araneta Coliseum. Down by 2 points entering the fourth quarter, Stanley Pringle woke up and carried GlobalPort on his back en route to their first victory of the conference. After a tough outing against TNT, where he only made 5 of 18 attempts, it once again looked like Pringle was in for a bad game after only making 1 of his first 7 attempts. However, the talented point guard who was handed the reins to the team after the departure of Terrence Romeo refused to be stopped for 2 straight games. GlobalPort outscored the Bolts 14-4 to start the final period, with Pringle leading the charge with 8 in that short span. He finished with 17 points in the contest, 13 coming in the payoff period. Nino Canaleta did his very best to keep the Bolts in the game as he exploded with 28 points, but they found it tough to overcome the lackluster performances for members of their starting unit. None of Meralco's local starters scored in double digits, which made them rely heavily on Canaleta and importer Rins on Uaku, 21 points, carry the offensive load. Baser, Cliff Hodge, Jared Dillinger, and Chris Newsom only combined for 23 points on 8 of 32 shooting from the field. Even if the Bolts did not get enough production from their starting locals, they were still in the thick of the fight in the dying moments of the game. A floater from Newsom inched them to within 1, 83-82, with still 43 seconds remaining in the game. The Bolts then forced a miss from Pringle to give themselves a shot at winning the game. Meralco could not get anything after calling a timeout as Anjo Karam turned the ball over with 17 seconds left in the contest. Pringle ensured the win with 3 free throws in the endgame, with Newsom hitting an inconsequential 3-point shot at the end of the game. In Meralco's first game of the conference against the Colombian Dip, coach Norman Black did not play veteran shooter Canaleta until the second half of the game. The veteran's good performance did not go unnoticed as Canaleta was given an opportunity in the first quarter against GlobalPort, and he took it with open arms by scoring 9 points, including 2 triples, to give the Bolts a 25-23 advantage after the first 12 minutes. Batang Pier import Malcolm White was eager to make up for his early exit in their game against TNT as he pushed back hard in the second quarter to keep GlobalPort in the game. The returning import scattered 15 points in the first half to match the output of Canaleta in the first 24 minutes of action to help GlobalPort grant a 45-44 lead at the half. More importantly for the Batang Pier, White managed to stay away from foul trouble with only 2 at the end of the second period. His presence was valuable for GlobalPort as they dominated the rebounding battle 29-16 at that point. Onuaku starter flexing his muscles in the third quarter, where he scattered 8 points and 6 rebounds. With GlobalPort paying more attention to Meralco's center inside, Canaleta picked up where he left off in the first half as he continued to snipe from the outside. Back-to-back hits coming from the player who was picked up by Meralco before the season started gave the Bolts a 58-53 advantage. They held on to a slim 65-63 lead heading into the fourth quarter. The scores. GlobalPort 86, White 27, Pringle 17, Anthony 15, Arana 7, Nabong 6, Gray 5, Teng 3, Vierns 2, Ellard 2, Gabani 2, Ginto 0. Meralco 85, Canaleta 28, Onuaku 21, Newsom 9, Karam 9, Amara 8, Hodge 6, Salva 2, Hugnaton 2, Sejarifa 0, Dillinger 0. Quarters 23-25, 45-44, 63-65, 86-85. Extra dribbles. Molotata did not see action against the Bolts as he served a one-game suspension for his flagrant foul penalty 1 and penalty 2 committed in their opening game against TNT. He was also fined $35,000. Even if they have a dominant center, Meralco was still badly out-rebounded by GlobalPort. The Bolts lost the rebounding battle 54-34 as White and Kelly Nabong combined for 30 caroms for GlobalPort. Next games. GlobalPort, May 2 vs Blackwater Elite at the Eners Center, Antipolo. Meralco, May 4 vs NLEX Road Warriors at the Smart-Araneta Coliseum,